Hi, Aquarius. This is Jess with your November weekly general read. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So, Aquarius, someone stole your heart, huh? Someone stole your heart? We'll get into that in a moment. You are in a place of despair. What is going on? I feel for some of you, it could be your personal life because it looks like your career, you have that under control. If there are issues with a particular person, it's almost as if they're a non-factor because everything else may be working in your favor. So if there were issues at the workplace, things are now starting to kind of quiet down and become a little more peaceful, and people want to make amends, and things are not as stressful as they were, and you have your wits about yourself. So that's good. I do feel like some of you are really focused on your day to day without socializing and being in the mix of stuff. So there's that. If you were the one lashing out, it looks like now you want peace and you don't want any problems. Home life looks kind of difficult. Either you don't like where you live, you don't like the people that you're having to live with or deal with. It's something about not being happy, but also not necessarily being able to make a change about the situation is what it looks like to me. You just might not be getting along with people again around and in your home. Is someone particular, someone in particular. I'm sorry, my words. Now, some of you, you're stubborn. You're stubborn. You don't want to spend some money. You want change, but you're too scared or you're too fearful, too concerned about what it's going to cost you to make this change. And it's going to be risky. It'll be risky. You have to start over. You can't start over and drag everything from the past with you. You can't keep everything and start new. It's not going to work that way with you guys. You've got to start something new. And it's going to be risky. You've got to take a risk. And it looks like some of you are going to do that because it's going to propel you forward. It'll change your mindset. So where you're stagnant now and you're just thinking and thinking about the negative, well, you're an Aquarius. You're ruled by Uranus. You better get your ass up and do something different. If you want to manipulate the energies in your favor, you've got to get up and do something different. So there's that. And it looks like some of you will be doing that. I was thinking the two of you are going to do that. So maybe you're going to take a leap of faith and marry someone, move in with them, or connect with someone and just finally focus on that and leave everything in the past alone. So I do see, again, work being more of a focus and a priority. Some of you may feel like you've kind of figured out who you're dealing with now. Like you may felt like you didn't know in the past, but now you know, and this person can't be trusted. And again, there may be a loss because with this person, with this job, with something comes a loss, right? You have to let that go and move forward. And you're kind of trying to cope with that. This may have really took a lot out of you. Like now you're hopeless. You feel, that may be how you felt. But again, it looks like you're going to get better. You're going to start taking more mental control, physical control over the situation. And again, there's this risk or leap of faith that you're going to take that looks like it's going to stabilize life for you. So there's that. I see some of you might just leave your home, leave if you're living with someone, just leave and make adjustment or a change. There's that. And with you being an Aquarius, you do have Taurus in your fourth house. So yeah, the way things have been in your home life, yeah, it's not going to stay that way. That's just how it is. Some of you could just be using work or other people, being around people that you do enjoy, as a focus and putting more time and attention toward those people, and so that you don't have to be in the house, so that you don't have to deal with whoever you're having an issue with for some of you. So you're just going to be away from home quite a bit because of other things that you're more focused on and you're giving your attention to is what it looks like. Now let's look at love. Aquarius singles, you are still wanting someone. You want an ideal love. For some of you, others of you, you're still wanting somebody from your past who really didn't put any time and energy and effort into the situation the right way. This is coming to an end. It is. There may not even be any movements of trying to get back into your good graces or trying to get you back. And for some of you, it could have, if they do, it could have something to do with money. I need this. Can you give me that? Can you help me out? Da, da, da. If that's the case, no, you're going to put your foot down. I feel either way, somebody's going to put their foot down. They're going to become very hard, very cold, very black and white. It's not going to be warm and fuzzy. So for some of you who are still kind of thinking about a past situation, that door is closing or possibly has already closed. For those of you that are trying to get into something new, let it come organically. Let it be organic. And I don't know. I don't personally know any Aquariuses that force anything. But again, be open or just accept that things won't work out the way that you may like it to work out. Now let's look at Aquarius single women. See what's coming up for you in love. Yeah, you're still going through the motions over someone that you thought you were going to have something real and true and sincere, and they turned out to be a complete player and manipulated you. You are still communicating with someone, but this is to nurse. You're still, if it's that person, you're still, holding on, still trying to figure out why for some of you. Others of you, you may be talking to other people just to kind of, for ego purposes. You will be getting a lot of attention, Aquarius single women. But I feel like you're there. It's like, you can't trust it. People are going to be very flaky. You're transforming, you're changing, but it's not going to be a hard change because you will be very guarded. You are going to try to take a new leap toward love, move forward. If you're entertaining this person from your past, it's just going to be a back and forth until you are completely exhausted. You get tired and want to move forward and start all over again. This is the type of energy, if you keep playing around with someone from your past, it can leave you completely jaded. And you're not even realizing that you're jaded. You're just like, I don't take shit from it. No, you're jaded. You're jaded. You are jaded. It's that type of thing. So be careful. Know when to cut it off, know when to leave it alone. So now let's look at Aquarius single men. Ooh, sneaky, aren't we? Interesting. You're playing a lot of games. And that's because you've been burnt. Okay. And now you want other people to feel it before you can. I do see that you're reaching out to people with not one intention toward them. None. You may not even, I see just being completely flaky Aquarius single men. You like being single. So tell them that. That's not fun. Okay. I do feel like some of you guys have kind of overcame heartbreak and pain or disappointment from the past. You've landed on your feet. You've moved away from that emotion at this time, but you are a player. Be careful because you might meet someone. What do they say? You've met your match. Yeah, some of you may meet your match and you won't even see it coming. Oh yeah, and all of a sudden now you're all in it. Ooh. Okay, Aquarius men. Some of you are about to meet the one. If you haven't already met the one, okay? And this is the type of thing where it's like you literally will not see it. Oh, love is so big for you, Aquarius single men right now. It's coming. It's so coming. The player is getting ready to get snagged. Put it that way. Yeah. Love is all over you, baby. So Aquarius couples, let's look at you guys. It looks like you're definitely, it's like you're freeing yourself mentally. You're freeing yourself and your person may have moved on, right? I led with someone stole your heart. Some of you may now see your person as a liar, a cheater, a thief, someone that can't be trusted, someone that does things to just get a rise out of you. And that's probably what they do, right? The problem with this situation, Aquarius, if you're in a relationship with your person and two of you are probably going your separate ways, for some of you, you can't get there if you guys are still communicating. I see a lot of back and forth, talking back and forth, which isn't going to, which obviously you guys are still holding on to each other, but you guys are talking, but getting nowhere. Where you getting? You're getting nowhere. Nothing is changing. I feel like there's just someone who isn't ready to let go yet. And that's all that's about. I feel neither one of you are ready to let go yet. So let's call a thing a thing. But there's a lack of trust. Someone feels a bit jaded and resentful, the way that the way that this is going. And there's a lot of manipulation here as well. I want to say be careful. Make sure that you're not giving money to people that is out for money. Be careful with that. Also, there's codependency here. Okay, someone doesn't feel comfortable being alone or being single. So that there is that, right? They'll create this on again, off again, in and out, because they really don't want to be single. They always want to have you as an option, or vice versa. It can go vice versa when it comes to this relationship. So let's look deeper. You guys agreed to working things out. Things get good for a little while. Then somebody's back off to cheating. They'll say that they're away. They could be up to things, being secretive, and then the two of you start this cycle all over again. You want something more. You want something real, but at the same time, you kind of want revenge. You're tired of this cycle all in all because it doesn't promote anything, okay? And it really affects everything in your life. Like, when this situation is not in a good place, you're completely out of it. You're not making good, sound decisions for yourself, and it can be very problematic. The two of you love each other. That's kind of understood here. But someone may be making a decision not to put too much time and attention into this, like to try to make it surface. But the love is too strong right now for it to just be, let's just be friends, or let's try to transition this into friendship, or let's not worry about the problems. No, it's too deep. The two of you, the connection is too deep. The feelings are too deep. It's always going to go back to those issues. And I just, okay, so it's very obvious that this is a third party situation, if someone's put their foot down. But whoever this is, they don't want to give up either. They don't want to give up you. They don't want to give up the other person. However this is going. Major decisions to be made about where you're going forward in this relationship. If this is like marriage or a real commitment, it could be quite difficult because you have assets, you have things that you've invested together with, and it's not just that easy to say, okay, we're done. For others of you, it's very difficult because there's a strong emotional tie and connection that is really pure on both sides. So in the extended, we'll look at your person, how, as well as you, how do they feel about the relationship? What do they want to tell you deep down inside? What secrets are they keeping? How do they see you? Where do they want this relationship to go in the future? What challenges do they face with you? What's going to happen currently? What will be ultimately the outcome? And then we'll look at Aries to Pisces. How do they feel about you? So if you're interested in that, click the link in the description box below. It goes through all of the details. If you like a personal read, click the link to my website to set something up for yourself. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I'll be back very soon with another one. Take care, Aquarius.